Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. A most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. We're coming now to the end of the week. Of course, we're heading towards the weekend. How has your week been thus far? Of course, I do pray and hope that you are in good health. You are enjoying a period of happiness and prosperity. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Sarfraz Ghani, here in your company once again on this auspicious and holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, as we always do, we take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Sharif and Hari Prasad for this beautiful and inspirational words of motivation. And of course, we do wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. Oh Allah, it is you do we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Today's Islamic date is the 19th day in the month of Rabi Uthani, which of course is the 4th month on the Islamic calendar. We are currently in the 1445. So 19 days have already gone by in this particular month. We're heading very quickly towards the final phase of this particular month, the month of Rabi Uthani. And today also coincides with the very first Friday in the month of November in the year 2023. So on the Islamic front, we're heading towards the last phase of this particular month. And according to the Gregorian calendar, we are now starting a new month. A new month, another month has just come to an end, and we are now starting the new month of November. Let us recognize that time is of the essence. Time is of extreme importance. Let us use the time given to us by the Almighty for positive things and to invest in positive things that will make us better individuals for the course of our lives. Today, as we are now getting ready to commence the holy day of Jum'ah, the very blessed day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, allow me now to take the opportunity to welcome you live on air on the internet and of course live on Facebook as well for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations. And I'm yours truly, Imam Sarfraz Ghani.
अच्छा चलता हूँ दुआ में याद रखना ये जिंदगी ने फिर दिल को धोखा दिया अच्छा चलता हूँ तो में याद रखना ये जिंदगी ने फिर दिल को धोखा दिया दुनिया में बस एक प्यार रखना ये वो प्यार है हर एक सांस में है अंधेरा न रहा अब रोशनी यहाँ तेरा प्यार तेरी अता हम पर हौसला रब्बा मेरे या रब्बा मेरे या रब्बा मेरे या रब्बा 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 मेरे या रब्बा मेरे या रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरी हाँ और रहमान हो और रकीब हो दिल से करीब हो जान से करीब हो सच्चा ये प्यार है अब तो सुकून है हर वक्त उसका नाम लबों पे रखा ना अंधेरा न रहा अब रोशनी यहाँ तेरा प्यार तेरी अता हम पर हो सदा रब्बा मेरिया मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया मेरिया रब्बा मेरी रब्बा रब्बा मेरिया मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया मेरिया रब्बा मेरी हाँ रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया He'll always be right here रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया रब्बा मेरिया
You are tuned in to Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safwazgani. As always, I must say it's an absolute honor and a personal pleasure to be in your company once again for around about the next hour or so. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. And I want to say that the program this morning, of course, is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, located at number 66 Omera Industrial Estate out there in Arima. Contact number 645-8326, 6639-144. Island Chicken Meat and Poultry Processors, located at number 47 Cowley Savannah Road out there in Charleville. Contact numbers 471-3850, 382-5418. Nicer Brand Products Limited at number 23 Brookhard Road out there in Canupia. Contact number 665-3078, 665-3079. And F&A Hardware and Shopping Center, located at number 280 Russia Douglas Road out there in Barrowpaw. And of course, you can contact them on 277-8000. I also want to take the opportunity to say thank you so much for all of the messages I have been receiving thus far. From the moment the show got started, I've been absolutely overwhelmed with messages both on our WhatsApp and of course on Facebook as well. Just as a reminder, you can send me a message via the WhatsApp number 299-413, or alternatively, you can send me a message on the Facebook feed live as well. On the program this morning, we've got a very, very absorbing segment, as always, lined up for you. We start off with our short inspirational segment, followed by the early morning call to prayer. And of course, as we work our way through the course of the program, I'll be sharing with you a few beautiful Islamic selections as we then work our way down to our lecture segment. On our lecture segment this morning, I'll be talking about the detriments of suspicion. And that is something that is really and truly eating at the core of our communities. So that'll be our topic for this morning, the detriments of suspicion. So by all means, you keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. Lots to look forward to as we get through this particular hour together. I'm yours truly, Imam Safwazgani, and this is Soul Inspiration.
तारीफ उस खुदा की जिसने जहां बनाया, कैसी ज़मीं बनाई, कैसी ज़मीं बनाई, क्या आसमां बनाया, तारीफ उस खुदा की। पाँव तले बिछाया, क्या खूब फर्श खाकी, पाँव تلے بچھایا کیا خوب فرش خاکی اور سر پہ لاجوردی اور سر پہ لاجوردی ایک صاحبہ بنایا تعریف اس خدا کی میٹی سے بیل بوٹے کیا خوش نما اگائے میٹی سے بیل بوٹے کیا خوش نما اگائے پہنا کی سبز کھلاتی پہنا کی سبز کھلاتی انہیں کو جوان بنایا تعریف اس خدا کی جس نے جہاں بنایا تعریف اس خدا کی یہ پیاری پیاری چڑیا پھرتی ہے جو چہکتی یہ پیاری پیاری چڑیا پھرتی ہے جو چہکتی قدرتی نے تیری ان کو قدرتی نے تیری ان کو تسبیح خواب بنایا تعریف اس خدا کی آب رواں کے اندر مچھلی بنائی تو نے آب رواں کے اندر مچھلی بنائی تو نے مچھلی کے تیرنے کو مچھلی کے تیرنے کو آب رواں بنایا تعریف اس خدا کی ہر چیز سے تیری کاریگری ٹپکتی ہر چیز سے تیری کاریگری ٹپکتی کارخانہ تو نے تو نے کبرانگاہ بنایا تعریف اس خدا کی جس نے جہاں بنایا کیسی زمین بنائی کیسی زمین بنائی کیا آسمان بنایا تعریف اس خدا کی
Allah's blessings and mercies on this beautiful Friday morning. It is, of course, the day of Jum'ah, the very blessed day during the course of the week. As we look forward to another day, as we thank Almighty Allah for the very gift of life, I want you to take the opportunity to set the correct and the right goal for yourself. The correct goal isn't to get rid of all of your negative thoughts, isn't to get rid of all of the negative feelings and the negative life situations, because that is absolutely impossible. The correct and the real goal is to change your response to negativity. There will always be negative situations, negative thoughts, negative feelings, What is more important is how you respond to that negativity. So your goal this morning should be to grow strong on the inside. That nothing and absolutely nothing on the outside can affect your inner wellness without your conscious permission. So establish your goal and rise to the challenge. Let this morning and let today be the day that you rise. Because in life you were never ever meant to settle in one spot. You were always designed and destined to rise above. So take the opportunity today to rise above all those who doubted you. Rise above all those who put you down. Rise above all those who did not support you in your time of need. Rise higher than they could ever imagine. And take the opportunity today to prove them all wrong. Focus on you. Focus on building yourself. And focus on becoming a better person. And automatically, you will definitely make the world a better place. So I say to you this morning, may Allah bless you this upcoming day. May He remove all challenges, all obstacles from your path. May He throw open all the doors of mercy upon you. And may He continue to guide your footsteps to all that is good. May He bless your life with happiness, prosperity, and the strength, of course, to face the challenges and the hardships that will come your way this day. I also want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Nicer Brand Products Limited of number 23 Bokar Road out there in Canupia. Contact number 665-3078, 665-3079. F&A Hardware and Shopping Center located at number 280 Rochard Douglas Road out there in Barrackpore. Contact number 277-8000. Island Chicken Meats and Poultry Processors located at number 47 Carini Savannah Road out there in Charleville. Contact numbers 471-3850, 382-5418. And the Original Barbecue Hut Limited located at number 85 to 89 Sipera Road, Victoria Village out there in San Fernando. Contact number 657-9429. So with that being said, our inspirational segment is coming up very, very shortly. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations, and I'm yours truly, Imam Safraska.
Yes, ma'am.
So there is a very popular saying that says to us, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is an absolute failure. A very simple saying. The saying simply means that every person, everyone is unique, and everyone's journey is quite different from the other person. It reminds us to think twice before measuring ourselves against inappropriate standards. Everyone in life has a different ability. Everyone in life has a different pathway, a different journey. Oftentimes, comparing yourself to someone else's abilities might most definitely mean that you are overlooking what it is that you are naturally more suited towards doing. So this morning, I would like to discuss this topic that affects us, many of us in our day-to-day lives, the habit of comparing ourselves to others. And in the age of social media and constant connectivity, it has indeed become all too easy to fall prey and to fall into the trap of comparing your successes, comparing your appearances, comparing your lifestyles with all those around you. This habit of comparing yourself with others can have detrimental effects on our mental well-being and of course on our overall happiness as well. So this morning, let us explore the negatives of comparing yourself to others, and let us try to understand why it is essential to develop a healthier perspective on our own lives. It is important, first of all, to understand that one of the significant downsides of comparing yourself to others is the illusion of perfection it causes in our minds. When you look at carefully fabricated social media profiles, or when you hear about someone's fake accomplishments,
Yes, Mom.
it is important to remember that these representations are often made up versions of reality. And comparing yourself to these fake images or these fake stories can lead to feelings of inadequacy, can lead to feelings of low esteem, and also a distorted perception of your own life. Comparing yourself with others is highly unfair to you, because each person's journey is unique. We all have different strengths, we all have different weaknesses, different opportunities come our way, and above all, we are all faced with different trials and challenges. When you compare yourself to others, you overlook these individual differences and you focus solely on external factors. And this, of course, can lead to a skewed sense of self-worth as you fail to recognize your own achievements and progress. It is important to thank Almighty Allah for what He has given you, and don't consider yourself less than based on what Almighty Allah has given to another person. Constantly comparing yourself to others can have a severe impact on your self-esteem. If you perceive yourself as falling short in comparison to others, it can breed feelings of insecurity, dissatisfaction, and can even lead to depression as well. So it is absolutely crucial to recognize your worth as an individual and to recognize that Almighty Allah has indeed blessed you as well, and that true happiness comes from self-acceptance, self-love, and internal growth and beauty. When you are preoccupied with comparing yourself to others, you most often lose sight of your own personal growth and development. And instead of focusing on your unique talents and aspirations, you become fixated on surpassing others, because now you want to fit in to what is accepted in society. You have that desire to fit in, so you do what you see. And this can hinder your ability to explore your own passions and to discover your true potential. It can definitely hinder your ability to pursue meaningful goals that align with your own values, your own desires, and your own abilities. So the question is, how do you prevent yourself from comparing yourself with others? How do you curb this desire from within you to compare yourself with others? But first of all, you've got to start by becoming aware of your own thoughts, your own abilities, and also become aware of your own behaviors when it comes to comparing yourself with others. You have to notice the moments when you find yourself engaging in comparison, and you have to understand the emotions that it triggers. By developing self-awareness, you can begin to interrupt the pattern and make conscious choices to change your own mindset. Number two, it is very important to focus on your own journey. Shift your focus from others to your own self. Recognize that each person's path is unique, and comparison serves you no purpose other than to distract you from your own progress. And instead of fixating on what others have achieved, turn the attention and turn the focus and concentrate on your own goals, concentrate on your own aspirations, and above all, focus on your own personal growth. Celebrate your own accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. It's also very important to develop a sense of gratitude for what you have. And that in itself can help you to counteract feelings of inadequacy and help you to remember that Almighty Allah has blessed you in ways that you cannot even begin to imagine. Regularly remind yourself of things that you are grateful for in your life. Accept yourself as who you are. Accept yourself with your weaknesses and your strengths. And understand that everyone has their own set of strengths and everyone has their own set of struggles. And it is not productive at all. It is not fair to you to compare yourself to others. Embrace your uniqueness and focus on self-improvement. It's very important as well that you limit your social media consumption. Social media platforms can be a breeding ground for comparison. Take a break from time to time from excessive social media use. Or consider unfollowing accounts that trigger negative emotions and feelings within you. Emotions that make you feel inadequate. Continue to abstain from those things. Remember that social media often showcases idealized versions of people's lives, fabricated versions of people's lives, which are truly not an accurate reflection of what is reality. And it's very important to surround yourself with people who would inspire you and people who would point you in a positive direction. So in conclusion, the habit of comparing yourself to others can have detrimental effects on your mental well-being, on your self-esteem, and on your overall happiness as well. Embracing self-acceptance, cultivating a positive mindset will allow you to lead a more fulfilling life and build a healthier relationship with others. Remember, the journey of self-acceptance and overcoming comparison has to be an ongoing mission. Be patient with yourself, practice self-compassion, embrace your uniqueness, and focus on becoming the best version of yourself rather than trying to fit in to someone else's mold. You deserve a life. You deserve to live a life that is authentic and that is true to who you are. And remember, the only person you should compare yourself to is the person that you were yesterday. At this point on the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Kinipia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة
A very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canupia, Trinilink Solutions Limited located at Waterloo Road in Aruka, and of course you can check them out for all of your IT sales, solutions and services. Contact number 788-4186. The Price Club Supermarket located at Ramsaran Street out there in Chagonas. Contact number 671-7777. And Point Fortin Hardware Limited Wholesale Division located at Frederick Settlement in Caroni. Contact number 662-1233, 678-0857. Our lecture segment is coming up next. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations, and I'm yours truly, Imam Safras Guy.
You're the reason my life's worth living. You're the reason I'm alive. I've been lost without you. You're the reason that I strive. You're my destiny. You're my runway. You're the reason that I believe. You are all that I believe. Ilahi, 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 Mola. Ilahi, 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 Mola. मलंग में जिंदगी की राह चल चला है खुदा एक तेरा मेरा है एक फलसफा खरबरोश मदहोश हूँ तेरे इश्क में मैं शराबूर हूँ इलाही 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 मोला इलाही 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 मोला For so long I've been denying, but now I feel like I'm flying. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Now nothing seems impossible. With you I feel unstoppable. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Karabarosh मदहोश तेरे इश्क में मैं शराबूर हूँ इलाही 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 मोला इलाही 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 मोला Ilahi, Ilahi,
Every night in my dreams, I pray that I see. That is what I ask. Oh, far across the distance and spaces between us, I want to see your face. May fall the soul. I can't wait to be with you and hold you and be loved. Your love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime. Your sunnahs have led me through my life. Ya Ilahi, you have blessed us with your prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May fall Rasulullah, I can't wait to be with you and hold you and be see you on that day, you will smile and call me Almighty. Please save me so Allah forgives me, then I can be in Jannah and hold you, beloved.
Welcome back. I'm yours truly, Imam Sarfazgani, host of this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment on this beautiful Friday morning, the day of Jum'ah. We have now come to the end of another week, this very, very blessed day of Friday. We thank Almighty Allah for all of His gifts, all of His blessings, and we make a firm intention to become a better version of ourselves. At this point in the program, we now get into the lecture segment. Like I mentioned before, this morning, we'll be talking about the detriment of suspicion. This morning, I want to urge you to explore a topic with me that affects our personal lives, affects our relationships, and it definitely affects society at large. It is none other than the topic of suspicion. Suspicion is a state of mistrust or doubt towards others' intentions or actions. And while it is natural to exercise caution in certain situations, an excessive and pervasive sense of suspicion can have detrimental effects on our personal well-being and also on our relationships as well. So this morning, let us delve into the detriments of suspicion and discuss the importance of nurturing trust and fostering stronger connections with others. Suspicion quite simply means believing something to be bad without there being any substantial evidence. In the social sense, allowing suspicion to become a habit can have a disastrous effect on any society. And in moral terms, suspicion is quite simply a sin. And in both cases, it has to be completely avoided. One of the divine commandments given in the Quran is that of avoiding suspicion. In chapter 49, verse 12, Almighty Allah mentions, "O you who believe, avoid much suspicion, because indeed, some suspicion is a sin." In one tradition of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he mentions, "Beware of suspicion, for suspicion is the falsest of speech. Do not seek out one another's faults. Do not spy on one another. Do not compete with one another. Do not envy one another. Do not hate one another. Do not turn away from one another. And become, O slaves of Allah, become brothers." The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, mentioned in another one of his traditions, "Do not be suspicious of your fellow men. Suspicion is tantamount to a lie. When you suspect another person of some wrongdoing, and you have no solid evidence in support of your claim, in support of your suspicion, you are committing falsehood. In other words, it is almost as though you are telling a lie." And man, being the social being that he is, collective living is a must for humankind in this world. Collective living is always based on mutual trust. Without mutual trust, no healthy society can become established. In a society where people are subject to misgivings, where people are subject to suspicion, and everyone becomes suspicious of everyone else, there can be no mutual trust. And without mutual trust, there definitely cannot be a healthy society. The habit of suspicion is like smoking. It not only ruins the health of the individual who has this bad habit, but it also pollutes the whole of the social atmosphere. Suspicion is just like moral pollution. Just as air pollution is harmful for everyone, so too is this kind of moral pollution. It is in fact like spiritual pollution. And all those living in a society where the majority of its members are suspicious of one another, and they have developed a suspicious mentality, they are bound to inhale its morally polluted air. Everyone is bound to suffer from bad health in terms of morality. Suspicion is not an individual trait. It is not an individual evil, but rather it is a social evil. And that is something we must be very, very mindful of. Suspicion is not a solitary evil. It leads to many other evils as well. Suspicion is like a poison that rapidly multiplies in our communities and in our societies. When the individual develops the habit of suspicion, that gradually becomes his second nature. And suspicion is a kind of confusion. And confusion is like a poison to the mind. And one of the most significant detriments of suspicion is its ability to erode relationships. When you are constantly suspicious of others, you create a barrier that prevents genuine connection between yourself and others. Suspicion breeds distance, as it communicates a lack of trust and undermines the foundation of any relationship. And over time, suspicion can lead to the breakdown of friendships, can lead to the breakdown of relationships, and even professional collaborations as well. If you keep yourself living in a state of suspicion all the time, this often generates negative emotions within you. Suspicion feeds on fear, it breathes anxiety and doubt, and creates a constant sense of unease within the mind of an individual. And that is something we must be very, very mindful of. So the question is, what can be done to prevent yourself from falling into the trap of suspicion? Number one, avoid making assumptions. It is quite easy to jump to conclusions, and to assume the worst about anyone. It is quite simple to assume bad about another person based on limited information or personal biases. Rather than doing this, instead strive to maintain an open mind and gather more evidence, so to say, before forming your judgments and before becoming suspicious. Number two, seek understanding. Take time to understand another person's perspective. Take time to understand another person's backgrounds and motivations. Recognize that people have their own unique experiences and they may act differently based on their individual circumstances. Empathy and compassion can help you see things from their point of view and can help you to reduce the level of your suspicion. Thirdly, very important, communicate openly. Foster open and honest communication with others. If you have concerns or doubts about someone's behavior, address them directly. But most importantly, address them respectfully as well. Clear and transparent communication can help to clarify misunderstandings, can definitely help to build trust, and it will help to erase suspicion from your mind. Number four, look for evidence. If you have suspicion, then base your suspicion on concrete evidence rather than assumptions or hearsay. Seek factual information or observe behaviors firsthand before drawing your own conclusions. This in itself, this approach can help you to make rational judgments, which is very important within the realm of a relationship, very, very important within the realm of our societies and our communities. And finally, give others the benefits of the doubt. Sometimes, we just have to give the other person the benefits of the doubt. Unless there is clear evidence of the contrary, give people the benefits of the doubt and assume positive intent. Suspecting others without justification can and will definitely strain relationships and create unnecessary tension. So in conclusion, suspicion can have numerous detriments on our lives, on our relationships, and on society as a whole. It is very, very important to take heed. This one trait has the ability to erode trust, it can hamper collaborations, and it can lead to negative emotional states of mind. It is crucial to recognize the detrimental effects of suspicion and actively work towards nurturing trust, actively work towards fostering open communication, and towards embracing a mindset of goodwill towards others. By doing so, we can build stronger relationships, we can create healthier communities, and we can foster a more harmonious and cooperative world that we are living in. Because at the end of the day, our only mission in this world is to strive to become better individuals and to strive to become a better version of yourself. So may Almighty Allah save us from this trait. May He continue to protect us from all that is evil and guide us to all that is good in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter.
Everything I have, everything I own, everything I eat is thanks to you. Every breath I take, every bird I hear, every smile I see is thanks to you. Alhamdulillah, 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 all thanks to Allah. Alhamdulillah, 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 all thanks to Allah. Every drop of rain is a mercy from above, feeding all the earth is thanks to you. Every ray of sun, the light of the moon, the wind when it blows, is thanks to you. Alhamdulillah, 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 all thanks is to Allah. Alhamdulillah, 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 all thanks is to Allah. Everything is thanks to you, Allah. All praises are for you. Everything is thanks to you, Allah. Everything is thanks to you, Allah. All praises are for you. Everything is thanks to you, Allah. Alhamdulillah, 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 all thanks is to Allah. Alhamdulillah, 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 all thanks is to Allah.
As we're coming to the end of the program for this morning, I want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning has been brought to you through the kind courtesies of the Price Club Supermarkets, located at Ramsaran Street out there in Shagonas. Contact number 671-7777. Trinilic Solutions Limited, located at Waterloo Road out there in Aruka. And of course, you can check them out for all of your IT sales, solutions, and services. Contact number 788-4186. Point Fortin Hardware Limited Wholesale Division, located at Frederick Settlements out there in Karani. Contact number 662-1233-678-0857. Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, located at number 66 Omera Industrial Estate out there in Arima. Contact number 645-8326-663-9144. The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, located at number 85 to 89 Sipera Road, Victoria Village out there in San Fernando. Contact number 657-9429. And Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canupia. I also want to take the opportunity as well to say a very, very special salam and greetings of peace going out to you, our listeners and viewers who joined us on the program this morning. Thank you so much for all of the messages I have been receiving throughout the course of the program. May Almighty Allah continue to bless you this day. May Almighty Allah continue to elevate you in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. And to everyone who messaged on the program, may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Of course, it was indeed an absolute pleasure to be in your company over the past hour or so. By all means, catch me next week Friday from 5 a.m. as we bring to you another episode of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, signing out for this morning. Until next week Friday, please do have an extremely blessed day. Please have an extremely blessed weekend. Stay safe and stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Prabhat. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM for more inspirational and, of course, motivational programming throughout the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी,
زندگی شمع کی صورت ہو خدایا میری، زندگی شمع کی صورت ہو خدایا میری، ہو میرے دم سے یوں ہی میرے وطن کی زینت، ہو میرے دم سے یوں ہی میرے وطن کی زینت، جس طرح پھول سے ہوتی ہے چمن کی زینت، جس طرح پھول سے ہوتی ہے چمن کی زینت، زندگی ہو میری پروان کی صورت یا رب، زندگی ہو میری پروان کی صورت یا رب، علم کی شمع سے ہو مجھ کو محبت یا رب، علم کی شمع سے ہو مجھ کو محبت یا رب، ہو میرا کام غریبوں کی حمایت کرنا، درد مندوں سے ضعیفوں سے محبت کرنا، میرے میرے اللہ برائی سے بچانا مجھ کو، نیک جو راہ ہو اس راہ پہ چلانا مجھ کو، نیک جو راہ ہو اس راہ پہ چلانا مجھ کو،